X2 back again with more daily MSI content, today covering the final game of the Rumble stage, Mad Lions versus C9, EU versus NA. Sadly though, there are no stakes at this game besides honor, but still, let's get right into it here. So, the great production skipped over the first 3 bans, but let's talk about them anyway. Just a short recap here. Renekton being banned versus FUDGE, something we see quite a lot. Udyr versus Blabber. Also, again, blue side has 3 bans, they don't have to ban meta picks, so they can target picks. And then on the same line of thought is also the Thresh versus Vulcan. On the other side here, C9 continuing with Varus bans on either side. Lee Sin being banned against Armored and against Humanoid, but more so Armored. Also Lee Sin being a highly valued pick in the meta, so it goes more in the category of OP bans. And then the Senna. Again, I'm not really a fan of Senna for Mad Lions, even though Kaiser being enabled by it could be good, but he's not really playing champions and on this line of thought too much. So yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of that. And also, if they're not really creative and pick Senna with Tahm Kench or some stuff like that, then the team comp will mostly have a huge issue with engage, because as we talked about in the earlier episode of today, supports are usually the ones that bring engage to the team comp, and yeah, Tahm Kench doesn't really do that. So now let's get here into the first pick of Lucian, which is strange as there are 2 of the broken AP junglers open, Morgana and the Rumble. Picking the Lucian that has certainly higher priority for Mad Lions, with Humanoid playing it mostly, maybe Onward sneaking in a game, and so yeah, they're picking it over the double AP junglers, and they're saying probably yeah, either one is fine for us, and yeah, I can get that trade if you value Lucian that highly. It's understandable, nothing too dramatic in my opinion. But then we see here the Kaiser pick. We always see her. Then this means we probably get to see a Tristana here. They're probably then here picking a jungler, I would assume. They don't really have to. They can also wait for jungler here on R3. But I mean, that's their advantage, right? They pick Lucian, so you can now get the first pick out of the junglers. If you wouldn't do that, then Mad Lions kinda gets 2 B1 picks in that sense. So yeah, makes a bit more sense. Then here we expect the Rumble at least to be one of these 2. The other one then could be the Tristana to seek out the good support, the good AD carry matchup. Or maybe they're trying to pick away the Nautilus or something on this line of thought. The Qiyana, I'm not really sure of it. I mean, yeah, we have seen a lot of her, and she has been quite strong the entire year, actually. I don't know if any of you have paid attention to Korean solo queue, or like, what's that guy called again? Midbeast, yeah. He does quite a few videos on Qiyana solo queue players. And yeah, they have been popping off quite a while now. So yeah, it's not really too much of a shocker that she sees play now. Even more so in the pro play setting. And yeah, with the Rumble, we have seen the combination of Rumble and Qiyana today. Kind of forgot which team it was. I think it was PSG, and yeah, it's super strong. So Rumble pick, no surprise, but the Xayah here. Xayah versus the Kaiser, that's a good matchup. It's decent, but Xayah is more so great versus engaged champions, and these, like the Morgana is not really an engaged champion, and you don't really want to ult her Q or something. So yeah, that's not really perfect in that sense. Maybe they're expecting Vulcan to pick a hard engaged champion, and next to that like FUDGE picking something like the Aatrox again. Then this could be a bit better. Okay, we see a Kalista. So this could be interesting. Kalista either in mid lane or top lane. More so probably the top lane. Yeah, it has been changed a bit since the days we saw her in top, but still the matchup versus Lucian is not that sexy. But yeah, really looking forward to this. Again, just to clarify it again, C9 is out, they have no chance, they're just playing for fun and for their honor, so yeah, seeing some crazy picks here probably in the last few. Yeah, let's see. Then the ban against Armut, yeah, no ape, no monkey, no return to monkey memes here. Yeah, what they're going to ban probably are some supports that go well with Kalista. If we would assume that Kalista binds with the support, because binding with Blabber, the Morgana, not really all that good. So they're banning Malphite, so what they maybe assume is Kalista mid lane, Malphite top. Maybe. Kalista mid lane is something that I have not seen in a really long time. Last time I saw her was like top, so maybe they know something about mid lane Kalista matchups. Leona ban against Kaiser. Fairly standard. He is quite a good Leona player and is one of his more comfort picks. But yeah, only 2 support bans here. So yeah, I think he won't be bothered by this too much. Leona obviously though is kinda this is really strange. But Leona here obviously with the Nautilus, because yeah, this is super strange that they banned it themselves. These 2 champions, especially the Nautilus, could really yeah, create some problems here for the Kalista or the Kaiser. Of course, we have to, Madlands has to keep in mind that D9 has the R4 pick, and so they get the first pick out of bans, and then they could get Nautilus Kalista, which yeah, could be quite good. But still, they should more or less seek to pick this up themselves to lock down the Kalista, because that could be quite annoying. Kalista with Black Shield, yeah, she can free fire in team fight. So yeah, probably we see a support pick here, and then they keep the last pick to reveal the flex. Like maybe it's Kaiser top or something. Who knows? There's obviously double effective, right? Kalista bot lane and Kaiser Alistar bot lane, always very decent. It's not too hurtful for Matt. Yes, Lucian really doesn't like Rikao too much, but Xayah is fine into him. So yeah, that's that. They obviously here now need to reveal their flex for Lucian. So yeah, Jace would then indicate... Jace doesn't really indicate anything, to be honest. Jace could go mid, Lucian top, and the other way around. And then they need a support here, so a support versus Alistar. And they also obviously here need a ton of engage from the support position. So with 1, 2, 3, and another support picked, yeah, Mad Lions are now in a bit of a pinch here. Hey. Yes, it's Rakan with Xayah, and yes, they have played it before, but Rakan is not really in a great spot at the moment, so yeah, don't really like to see that. I mean, at least they have now a extremely stronger bot lane 2v2, like Kaiser Alistar versus Xayah Rakan is more Mad Lions favorite here, and with that they also yeah, get a bit more consistency on the Rakan engages, but still overall not a huge fan of the pick. Probably the only option they had. I mean, what else is there in terms of engage support? Probably blanking on something. Yeah. I'm probably missing someone here. But yeah, it's along with the Jace, so you could have gotten for an engaged top laner, and then with duo AD carries, you could seek out a supportive support or an enchanter support that could have made things way better for you. And here on the other side, D9 finishes up their draft with the Irelia. Really looking forward to that. Huge fan of the champion. It's a bit hard to play for myself, sadly. But yeah. So Irelia into Jace and Lucian. Into both matchups, she is fine. So yeah, let's wait a second here to reveal the flex positions here for both teams. Can we do this? So yeah, till they reveal that, we can talk about some things. Right, bot lane should be more so in Mad Lion's favor. in all stages really. Both are good in skirmishes and good in team fights, and both scale good. Problem with one thing is the Xayah outranges the Kai'Sa, so her DPS in the later stages is a bit more consistent, a bit more reliable. On the other side, the dive factor here with the Alistar, with the Irelia in the team fights, so C9 really going into it, and this is really effective, of course, because Mad Lions has no peel, has little CC. There's really not a lot that is really stopping C9 in terms of CC or movement and parent move abilities. The word. They only have their damage really to peel and to protect themselves, right? They have decently ranged jungle and top lane. Mid lane, like Lucian has culling, but other than that, his range is rather limited as well. And on the other side here, like with the with the Lister in the mid lane, paired up with Alistar, for example, could be quite effective. I mean, you could also bind Blabber with early Zonias and early stopwatch. That could be something. But yeah, top lane matchup here in FUDGE's favor, even though lane layout is not that great for him, but more so for the Jace. Shouldn't really matter all too much. Then bot lanes, already talked about that mid lane matchup. I mean, the lane is shorter than top lane, so I think Kalista is a bit safer here. But yeah, we have to wait and see. Maybe like Perkz probably picked it and prepared the pick into Humanoid Lucian, knowing that they will pick it. So maybe this is more prepared than the Kindred, where we saw quite a few problems in the execution of the pick, even though theoretically for the team comp it was fine. In the 1v1 obviously not. So yeah, let's see if this here is working out a bit more for them. Overall, which team comp would I like more? I think it's quite easy to say. I think I value C9's comp a bit more. It seems a bit easier to play, and the champions do seem a bit stronger. But Mad Lions, obviously, if they get a lead, well, then it's really rough, because obviously with outranging and the with the longer range and the high damage comp that seeks to protect themselves with the damage, as mentioned, they can easier steamroll C9 and C9, even though they have Alistar and the Morgana. Defensive tools are still a bit limited, and champions like the Kalista, if she should fall behind in this scenario, really bad for her. Her ability to dive into all the damage of Mad Lions will also not really work out too much. So yeah, I would prefer C9's comp a bit, but really, I mean, I think both comps do lack certain things. I think the Kalista is a bit of an issue. Really too much auto attack damage here. So Ninja Tubbies would be really good for Mad Lions if they had champions that would really buy Ninja Tubbies or played steel caps. And on the other side, Mad Lions, they have a similar problem, a lot of AD damage. In their case, at least, Rumble profits more from an all AD team comp than the Morgana does. So you could argue for this to be effective here. But again, also, I'm not really a fan of these no frontline comps. I mean, this game is not really a super high pressure game where like shaky mistakes tend to happen, but it's just easier to hide behind the tank and then fight the fights out, more safer and more reliable than these more skirmish heavy comps from solo QS styles. But yeah, let's move to the end card here, because that's it for today. Thank you again for stopping by. We will see each other in a couple of days with the knockout stage of MSI. Really looking forward to these best of fives. Yeah, we have to see how this goes and how the teams choose their opponents. But yeah, this will be a blast. But till then, wish you all a great day.